Okay, that's oregano. This is lemon balm, sage, tarragon, the straight ones, marjoram back there. This is dill, and then that's thyme. See the small ones over there? That's thyme. All of this is still lemon balm, more dill and fennel. And then this is more oregano on the end. And then we got some peppers and hibiscus.
Be careful.
And I'm gonna get this. So what I'm fixing you is a herb bundle. And what you go do is just put this in a pot and simmer this pot. This is all herbs.
Okay.
With I'm gonna give you a vegetable stock. So once you just drain it out and then you put it into the soup, because I got some homemade soup too. This garden roll. So when you do that, then you got a nice little soup with all of the enzymes from all of the herbs. Very healing.
So put that in a pot.
With a broth, a vegetable
With
broth.
broth.
Yeah, and I got a box of that. So you just go rinse
Bring it to a boil.
Bring it to a boil, let it simmer for about 30 minutes, then strain it. So you don't have to have all of this, and then you just got the regular soup and there's some peas in there. Yep. Now this is amaranth. That's basil. I did get some basil, and that's oregano down there too. Yep. Amaranth is callaloo. Y'all always talking about callaloo.
Oh, callaloo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
okay.
this is the red callaloo,
Yeah.
and then the green one is over there across the way where the sunflower's out there. Yep. We got both.
Now these right here, is this what y'all use to start a lot of stuff, and then y'all just replant it in here?
Mm-mm.
No, these are actually just growing baby stuff. I got just fennel. I just started.
And tomatoes on there?
So like baby spinach. Oh yeah, I see
Yeah,
it.
baby spinach. These are good, and they're gonna be better. I'm gonna do squash at the bottom. This does really well with lettuce. It was too hot, so the lettuce bolted, and then we just I'm replanting it, and now I'm putting squash in. And like, if you want to do like mollies, these are little fruits and strawberries. It's good for that too.
That worked pretty good.
I say it's a much slower method because you got to really get your soil enriched to really take the worm composting. Gary does a lot better in his worm composting as we got in the garage, but we haven't really got these to that point because you put the compost in here,
Okay.
and then but until you get this soil, so now it's much
It's
better.
dry?
No, see
It's
how it
dry.
is now? It's because we have reconditioned. It's good now, and we added earthworms. No, it's good now. So this time it will grow. But before it wasn't growing. We didn't had planted in them 3 times, but we knew they would just dry out so quickly. But once we got them, we put wood chips in there. You amended that with bone meal, blood meal, and calcium, which is
Oyster shells.
oyster shells.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that
Coffee
was pretty
grounds.
good. And so we did succession planting. Every time we plant some, we take out something and we add something. That kale is all from last year, the dinosaur kale, Lacentino. But there's new kale coming up in place straight behind us.
Yeah.
And the birds, they be eating it like crazy because they love it because it's juicy.
Oh,
and
the
it's full of
kale.
minerals. Kale that normally it would be the bugs that get it. The bugs aren't getting it this year because we got so many birds. Birds being here all day long. Hummingbirds, little yellow birds, all different types of pretty birds, but they eat the leaves. They like the vegetables.
So all of this stuff can grow in shaded areas.
It's not even so much as shade. They just cannot stand Las
The
Vegas
direct heat.
They do well, but between the month of June, starting June the 1st, all the way through August, you have to have something extra unless you on a back wall like this. Now see my herb garden over here?
Yeah.
Got another, herb garden doesn't need any shelter. And I got a lot of really good medicinal herbs over there.
And what about this over here?
Nothing over there either because what I'm doing is on the outer edges now. As we follow the sun and we figure out what to take the sun. And then I was showing out. I got mini grass over there. And then I got burdock growing over there.
You got burdock?
I got a burdock plant too, yeah.
Really?
That's not my first time growing burdock. I had that on 204 when I was doing moringa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about moringa? You ever?
I tried, most of the seeds that I get don't germinate. And they'll say you 100 seeds. So what they're doing is they said they're radiating the seeds.
Meaning?
That means that when they come through customs or whatever, they make them so they won't do it. So the best way to get moringa,
Make them sterile.
yeah,
Make
is
them
if you get a
sterile.
whole
Okay.
seed pod maybe, because they make us they radiate everything and then the seeds don't germinate. You know, that's what was happening with my papaya. Then another gardener told me what you have to do with the papaya is take a fresh papaya, take the seeds out, and put it in the ground immediately. And guess what? We got papaya. I got papaya plants going now. I had papaya on 204 too, but I did it the same way and I forgot. I kept ordering seeds trying to figure out why. But the seeds need to be moist, just like how they come out the tomato. Put them in the ground and you do a lot better. Right then, because they're ready to germinate still. So you just find these different methods and go with them. But anyway, I'm gonna rinse these off right here, and then I
Okay.
got your packages in here, and I got some herbs for you and Charlotte too, just so y'all won't pass it back and forth.
Okay.
You know, so you know if the baby's sick, because
Yeah.
usually that's what happens. We all in the same rooms, y'all, and everybody. Y'all might not even be feeling the symptoms as much, but you know what? It's good to get everybody on the same page.
Okay.
Yep.
It's been an eye opener, huh?
Yeah, it is. So y'all got all of this soil?
Mm-hmm. They planted. What I did before I put that soil in there, I put it in the we call it the wheelbarrow.
Yeah.
Or on the ground actually, because I had 11 bags of it. So I put it on the ground. Then I put in oyster shell, coffee grinds, Epsom salt, bone meal, blood meal, and I stirred it all up with the rake. And then I put it in here. And then we added worms in here. And had added worms into all the boxes. We brought 10,000 worms.
Y'all add worms or just the casting?
No, castings and the worms. We get castings. Everything that goes in the soil is, what do you call it? The worm casting. Now, the worm castings they have now, they don't make like they used to. They put kelp in it and rock dust. Well, pure worm casting is all you need.
Okay.
But they do that to cut the product. It's like a dope dealer on the street.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So anyway, so then after we did that, and we put the worms in there, we put the worms in the center, and so we put our biomass, or we put, bananas. Yeah, go ahead and open it up.
This is a worm holder?
Right. So what happens is the worms go down in there, and they come up and they feed, and then it's moist, and that's what they do. And then all their castings mixed in, because they go in and out of those little holes. There's a tube that has a hose all around the circumference of the tube, so the worms can go in and out in these pockets, and they keep the soil enriched because of their castings.
And then when you water it,
I water it just with the hose. I put it on full spray and I water it.
and you get good penetration.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So baby stuff, when y'all were saying like baby stuff, so like baby spinach.
Right. You can put in what they call it, miniature greens in these. You can put just about anything in there. See, this is I think this is squash. It hadn't flowered, but it didn't. When it does like this, it's not going to germinate. So we'll just keep trying, to see what's going to happen. But we'll go ahead and amend them the pockets if we need to.
Yeah.
But the strawberries are in that one down there. We had strawberries on those. Now all the strawberries are spent.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, my daughter, she loves strawberries.
Yep.
You see those things, they
So
pick them off and start eating.
So those Harlow, that and tomatoes, little baby tomatoes.
Yep, she's the same way.
Yep.